Welcome to another episode of a St Vincent Untold Stories. Poverty is taking over the streets of St Vincent and other Grenadines, especially in the red zone. Remember the untold stories we told you that after the first batch of monies is finished passing out to those affected by the loss of red volcano in the red zone, that when those monies stop coming in, that poverty is going to take over. Do you remember that the regime said that the persons who did not get any monies from the World Food Program in St. Vincent is entitled to get this time around. Up to this, the persons are yet to get those monies. Do you remember that the regime also said that they were going to repair and rebuild some homes in the red zone that was affected by the loss of volcanic eruptions? Oh boy, remember I told you that they were going to play politics with this thing? So said, so done. Some schools are saying that the common entrance performance scheduled for this year would not be so great because a lot of the kids have fallen back because they were home too long. I know that it has been a while since you have heard the voice of Mr. Untold Stories. But let me tell you what has been going on. We have been in the field doing our research. Persons are complaining that they applied to join the St. Vincent and the Grenadines police force. But when they go, they are turned down. All they see are persons from Parkhill and South Rivers, as if they rule the force. A man charged over $100,000 for some puff puff. You know, them a hard time, and them a charge man for puff puff. Here's what's up right now. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon if you wish to see more videos like this one. Untold Stories, let me say like Movado said it, Top Shatter is back. When Kevin later said that you have to be careful in what you do right now, they crucified him as if they did not know that poverty was taking over St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you want to know the truth, come into the red zone, walk around, speak to the people, and they would tell you that they are going through some serious harder times. You don't even have to come into the ghettos. You have to read the news articles, and they would tell you, thief man, thief man, thief man. Every minute a man they are quoted for thief. And where there is poverty, there would be crime. And Granny say that she did tie and goat behind she eyes. And all she had, and when she come outside, the boy them gone with the goat. She only smell the rank. You see, at Untold Stories, we warned about it. Over and over again, we told you that after the World Food Program monies are finished sharing, that there would be no jobs in the red zone. You see, while the persons from the red zone were in the shelter, the regime should have teach them money management. Let them learn some skills so that when they go back into the ghettos, they can use their hands. And you see, because of the war going on right now across the world, things are getting expensive and some things will be going scarce. They are saying that in some countries that they don't have any wheat. So what about St. Vincent and small island like this? Time and time again, I warn the persons living in the red zone to put up some of those monies that they were given from the World Food Program. But things are so expensive that even if you put up some, that it would finish no matter how you try to put it up. But I told you, some of that could have been invested because some of those persons didn't have any use for those monies because some were young and unwise and they spend it on anything that they could spend it on. They did not even think about buying a goat, buying a cattle and trying to get to increase. But then again, they might have bought a goat and they did you like what they did the granny. Galvanized and lumber have been distributing, and the persons are saying that in order to get the materials of faster, you have to join the red team. You see, if you live in the red zones and you are not getting lumber and galvanized to repair your houses. Remember, you had a chance to stand up for your rights, and some of you did not. Right about now, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is planning to have its carnival activities. As a patriotic Vincentian, I always wondered who put that carnival in July. Remember, the bigger heads claim that they know about tourism. So if they know so much about tourism, why is our carnival in July? Why is it not in the months that the French tourists travel to St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the winter time, the months which are? If you notice, whenever we have carnival, you don't see a lot of tourists. What are we promoting then? If you want to know what I'm talking about, check out when Trinidad is having their carnival. Which month is it? So let me break it down in layman's terms so that you can know exactly what I'm saying. You see, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have something called a French tourist season. Not many English travel here, not many persons from different countries and so forth. The most tourists that we get comes from France, from Martinique and those French-speaking countries and islands and so forth. And it is said that the lobsters, which is a Caribbean delicacy, yes man, the spiny lobsters that are served in the Tobago Keys, can only be sold during other months with R. So it says September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and they say that is it. So after that, you can only serve a fish. So if the tourists are coming for the lobsters during that time, why not have the carnival during that time? A wise man once said that an education or a skill is not the key to success. It is common sense. And that is what we need to teach our people. We need to educate them properly. Because even though a man has a degree, how come he doesn't know that it's a French tourist season that we have? You have to remember that our carnival is in the summer. And tourists don't really travel during the summer like that to St. Vincent. They come when the time up there is cold. Whosoever is running the Ministry of Tourism, you need to buckle up one time. Get your things right. Otherwise, why? Too long in this. Too long in this. No need for long. Mr. Big Man, persons have been complaining that most of the recruits that are now in the force are from Park Hill and South Rivers. Oh boy, persons are looking in now. So have no job now, we want them on them do Untold. But they are the ones boasting about jobs. Remember, I told them to use some of those monies from the volcanic eruptions that was donated to St. Vincent. I told them to open up factories. And now we live in a country where people are saying, he not retire, she not retire. Because there are no jobs. So it have like 10 persons or 20 persons sitting down trying to get that position that the person is going to come out of. So some persons have to be forced into early retirement. Funerals after funerals in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Sometimes you hear that a person was buried last week and you have to wonder, what happened? What is going on? Just imagine some elderlies living a me era and them gone a dove cut, pass away and gone. And man not even know. Oh my. And so fast everybody a drop out. A little body sang to Untold Stories and said that Asbot Williams, yes man, the great newsman, and the artist that did that great song with Kevin Little Madzat opened a bakery. And them said the thing them finger licking taste tea. You can lick off a finger in one time. So to all the persons going back to England and Canada and America and those straight flights, remember to pass in there and grab your raisin roll. Boy, when I tell you St. Vincent and the Grenadines is definitely not a real place. You have to see to understand. Just imagine breadfruit and jackfish is our national dish, and you can't walk into a restaurant and bite up on jackfish. And that you tell me. No jackfish at restaurant and them. All you go sometime a chicken and chips. Well, it better we make chicken and chips a national dish. I am appealing to the persons living abroad. If you can help your families in the red zone, help them out immediately. Because life is not easy in the red zone. Persons are crying out. Poverty. With that being said, I just want to big up the entire population in St. Vincent, as the regional islands and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us during these difficult times. We thank you. I'm out.